This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Squarespace is by far the easiest way to design a beautiful, personalized, and professional-looking website, even if you don't know anything about how to design a website yourself. Regardless of what you're looking to get out of your personal or professional website, Squarespace has you covered with their collection of cutting-edge design tools, which allow literally anyone to build an online presence that looks pretty much however they want. More about Squarespace at the end of the video. When Magic the Gathering unveiled that its upcoming Universes Beyond crossover set would be the beloved game series Final Fantasy, Magic the Gathering players were overwhelmed with excitement, and they weren't the only ones. Final Fantasy players were excited as well, as it's often the case that Universes Beyond brings in brand new players to Magic the Gathering. New players who are excited to see their beloved properties, in this case Final Fantasy, represented in Magic cards. And they too were not the only ones excited for this set. That's because, without a doubt, Hasbro, the corporation that makes Magic the Gathering, has got to be overwhelmingly excited for its Final Fantasy crossover series of products. Yes, series of products, because Universes Beyond Final Fantasy is going to be a complete standard legal expansion, a series of commander decks, starter kits, bundles, and every other conceivable Magic product. So how could Hasbro not be excited when they are going to be jacking up their prices considerably? Currently, pre-order prices for a Play Booster box of Final Fantasy are going for just over $164 per box of 30 packs. Yes, 30 booster packs, as the number of booster packs per box has been decreased from 36. More on that in a moment. A collector booster box is going for $622 for 12 packs. Again, 12 booster packs, and the per box price is $622. Commander decks are being released in both premium and non-premium pricing, and if you want the fancy premium commander decks, it'll run you a ridiculous $375 for all four. That's nearly $100 a box, and oops, my bad. That's the non-premium pricing. Nearly $100 a box for the regular commander decks. The premium ones are currently listed at, here's the screenshot, lowest price is $1,284. That's over $300 per commander deck. Now, these are pre-order prices, and thankfully, MSRP is back. So maybe we can use that to cut through these prices, which, if it even needs to be said, you absolutely, positively should not be paying. Like, seriously, this video is going to have 100, maybe even 200,000 views, and I pray that not one of you spent $1,284 on a set of 4 commander decks. Please don't do that. Okay, so what is the official MSRP, the intended price from the company that makes this game? While there's no stated MSRP for a complete booster box, Wizards of the Coast has stated that the intended price per pack is $6.99 US. I want to remind everyone that this is for a standard set. The MSRP on collector boosters is $37.99 per pack. And while Play Booster boxes typically are sold at a discount, there is usually not a buy-in-bulk reduction in price for collector booster packs. So at 12 packs per box, that means a collector booster box's MSRP is essentially $455.88, which somehow, impossibly, is less than what they are pre-ordering for currently. Again, I hope no one is paying these pre-order prices. The gift bundle MSRP is $89.99. Not too long ago, that's just a little less than what you'd pay for a booster box of standard, and now it's what present-day fat packs run. And as far as commander decks are concerned, the MSRP is $69.99 for the regular, non-premium versions. Very not nice. And a whopping $149.99 for the premium commander deck versions, making these, I believe, the most expensive commander decks ever. And that's even when you include things like the premium Warhammer commander decks. But it's worse than that, because these prices are not just for the Final Fantasy set. This is not a singular issue, but a larger issue that is encompassing the cost of all Magic the Gathering, because These prices are for all Universes Beyond products going forward, and half of all Magic the Gathering products are now Universes Beyond products, so this is just the Magic the Gathering cost. These prices, this madness, is the new normal. This is the cost of Magic the Gathering as of now. To get an idea of just how expensive Magic the Gathering has become, I'd like to look at the cost of a few other luxury items. If you were to purchase a brand new OLED Nintendo Switch with the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe bundle, it would cost you $329. That's still $126.88 less than the price of one Final Fantasy Collector Booster Box. So I guess you could still add, well, not a Universes Beyond Play Booster Box, no, but you could add another Switch game like Super Mario Wonder, and then you would still have enough money left over to buy Monster Hunter Wilds, which is selling for $69 and change. How insane is that? One collector booster box of Final Fantasy or a Nintendo Switch OLED with Mario Kart 8, Mario Wonder, and Monster Hunter Wilds. Okay, Monster Hunter Wilds, I know it's on the PlayStation 5, and that's $499. Hey, look, a collector booster box is slightly less than a PlayStation 5. However, if you wanted to buy all 4 premium Commander decks at MSRP, that'd run you $596, which is more than a PlayStation 5, even if you include Monster Hunter Wilds. And that's all operating under the premise that these products will actually be available at MSRP, because it is not unreasonable to assume that many of these products will be on shelves for above MSRP, meaning that collector booster box may just run you a PlayStation 5 and a copy of the new Monster Hunter game after all, or even more. Adding insult to injury is the fact that you cannot opt out of these prices any longer because Universes Beyond is now 50% of all standard sets. Half of the sets this year are going to be Universes Beyond, and yes, Wizards of the Coast has confirmed that just like Final Fantasy, the Spider-Man set, which will be a complete booster box set that's standard legal, and Avatar: The Last Airbender, which will be a complete booster box set that's standard legal, that all of these standard legal Universes Beyond sets will carry the increased prices we are seeing here. When Lord of the Rings and Assassin's Creed came out, if you didn't want to pay the premium prices, you didn't have to because they were not standard legal. You could opt out, but all of these sets are now standard legal, so if you want to play standard, you have to pay the increase in price. And that increase in price is not just on a singular set, it is on all Universes Beyond sets, which are, again, half of all of Magic the Gathering now, and required for standard, and as a default, Pioneer, Modern, Legacy, Commander, even Pauper. There's no opting out. Magic the Gathering has just done a price increase across half its product line. What happened to the plan to revitalize Standard, to get people playing Standard again? How does making Standard more expensive help that goal? Not only that, but think of the price for any other format that uses booster packs. Draft, more expensive. Sealed, pre-release, more expensive. So yes, this is bad for existing players simply because prices are going up across half of all product lines, and this is bad for Standard because the cost of Standard is going up, but it's also bad for new players to the game because it's going to affect pre-release and sealed. One of the best new player experiences is attending a pre-release event at a local game store. It's something that we commit considerable resources on this channel to promoting because we know and understand that even though videos like our recent updated guide to pre-release and sealed don't perform as well as others, they are important for the game nonetheless. Getting players into game stores for pre-release means maybe keeping players going to game stores for draft and standard, which is a vital part of the larger Magic the Gathering player ecosystem. Even formats like Commander are tied to things like game stores having a vibrant player community, and these price increases are just going to be the kiss of death for all of these formats, and that is going to hurt game stores, which hurts all of Magic. I mean, with the economy already what it is now really the best time for a luxury hobby that is already incredibly expensive to be raising its prices so dramatically? If this was a once-a-year specialty set that wasn't a part of Standard, things might be different. But it's not. It's half of the game, and it's the foundations of the game, Standard and Limited, that are getting the price increase. You know I have a reputation for being someone who complains about everything, but the overwhelming majority of my complaints over the years, almost all of them, really have just been related to affordability and accessibility of this game. I want people to play Magic the Gathering. I want new players to experience and fall in love with the magic that is a pre-release event at their local game store. I want players to be able to afford to draft Magic, for a draft event to not be so expensive that you can only do it once on a lark. You should be able to grind out drafts at your local game store, not have to save up for one like you would a fancy dinner on the town. A box of Magic the Gathering should not cost the same as 3 to 4 Nintendo Switch games. A set of Commander decks should not be more expensive than a PlayStation 5. Complete, well-designed Commander decks were sold for just $19.99 a few years ago, and now we're about to hit damn near $100 each for ones that are a part of a Standard set? How is any of this good for the long-term health and sustainability of Magic the Gathering? And I get it, I really do. Final Fantasy and Avatar: The Last Airbender and SpongeBob SquarePants and Spider-Man and Street Fighter and Transformers and Warhammer 40K and Ghostbusters and Stranger Things and Monty Python and Assassin's Creed and Hatsune Miku and Fallout and Tomb Raider and Jurassic Park and Fortnite and The Walking Dead are all better, apparently, at getting people to buy Magic the Gathering than products like Lorwyn and Ravnica and Tarkir and Dominaria, but I don't know. Maybe there is no but. Maybe that's how it is. If you want to play Standard, if you want to play Magic the Gathering, you're going to have to start paying more. And we probably haven't even hit the ceiling yet. But I still firmly believe that this is bad for Standard, bad for players, both new and old, and overall, despite whatever record sales numbers we're about to have thrown in our faces as a rebuttal to any and all criticisms, despite that, I still feel it is fundamentally bad for the game and its future. The line cannot go up forever, but once the toothpaste is out of the tube, there's no putting it back how it was. But those are, of course, just my thoughts, and now I would like to hear from you. What do you think of Magic the Gathering's new price increases, and what effect do you believe it will have on the game? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, please, take a moment to watch and support our new guide to building a sealed deck, or just watch the latest episode of Shuffle Up and Play with Dev from Strictly Better MTG, Metacasts, and Ailey. I know that these videos are not hot-button topics like this one, but I feel both have value nonetheless, and so it would mean a lot if you gave them a watch, if you have not done so already. Ah, the life of a content creator. You know, if you're looking to get into content creation, a gorgeous website created by Squarespace, sponsor of this video, is a great way to set yourself apart. Anyone with a phone and access to the internet can make a YouTube video. Trust me, I know firsthand. But it's a whole other story when you have a slick website featuring your content, and one that's tailored to your brand. Well, Squarespace lets you showcase your content like the professional that you are, and they do it all for you. Once you launch, you can track your site's performance with Squarespace's intuitive built-in analytic tools. Review website traffic and learn where to focus engagement all in one place. And hey, if you want to turn your brand into a revenue stream by selling custom merch, Squarespace can help with that too. Whether you're growing a brand, running events, or offering experiences, merch is a great way to engage your audience and generate an extra bit of income. All you have to do is design your products, and Squarespace will handle the production, inventory, and shipping so you can focus on what you do best. So go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Tolarian Community College to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thanks again, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video.
Next time on Shuffle Up and Play.
What's up? It's Shuffle Up and Play with decks that Tomer has built for us. Tomer built the entire pod for how much money, Tomer?
$25 each, so total $100.
Do you notice how he built the decks for all of us? And he
I did notice that.
Did not rig it.
It looks kind of sus, Tomer.
This isn't petty prof anymore. It's proper play prof. All the P.
So much PP.
So much PP.
He's showing weakness. Get him.
You've played your last shambling guest.
Because it's commander, yeah.
Yes, correct.
That's am I going to win next turn type face.
Oh, God, no. You didn't build it that good.
He just called you a zoomer. You gonna take that?
Because of that, I'm gonna swing at prof.